Greetings, everybody. This is a serious reasoning that we're going to hold right here. I think it's very important for us to have these reasonings, and um, one has to be prepared for different debates. Different end of the spectrum. Some of us are going hard. Some of us are just staying quiet. Staying below the radar, observing, and others are out here pushing and educating and stuff. And bless up yourself. Whatever role you play in this time, blessings to you. Now, this reasoning I'm bringing forward, hopefully will allow you to understand some things. Let's talk about the dream I had with Vibes Cartel. Just to kick this off. In that dream, he was using a lighter around my mouth and inside my mouth. Ever since I had that dream, I've had a series of other dreams that kind of pointed in the same direction, which is the idea that before you say certain things, you must sanitize your mouth. Okay? And those of you who've been with me for a while, you understand I would just come out here and just like verbal diary, I would just say it like it is. I was hurting and someone put a camera in front of my face and say talk, and I started talking. And I'm not saying I regret those things, because many of it has empowered or have empowered many individuals, opened people's eyes and so on. But I realized one thing, with that knowledge comes that responsibility. I'm supposed to be responsible. But with speaking the truth, one must be prepared for the fire. Okay? There was a time when, let's put that off for a moment. Marcus Garvey, one of our prized ancestors, came out and taught us so much. And if you listen to Marcus Garvey's speech, he never came out and speak in a way that was always very clear. Sometimes he spoke in parables, and sometimes you have to. But in spite of all of that, Marcus Garvey and all the great freedom fighters you can think of, all of these individuals had one end. They were silenced at some point or the other. Now, some persons are more defiant, and so they will push against the grain. And we need those people in the world, but we always want balance. We need a balance. I'm going to say right here, right now, that whatever you see and you think you know to be true might not be true. And what is seen as a lie might not be a lie. Now, this is very vague when I'm saying that. Even when someone serves you dishonesty, that is also a truth. Because the lie that they intend to tell is also something that is a truth. Because let's just say, I say this orange because I don't want you taking my orange. I said the orange is sour. Now you hear it's sour, and when you are defiant and you take that orange and you taste it, you realize it's sweet. So that becomes your truth. Oh, this orange is sweet. The person who told it was sour, they also told the truth, because what they told or showed you was that they didn't want to share. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even when the lie is presented before you, it is still a truth. Maybe not the truth in what the individual is trying to show you, but the truth in what you see. And what I'm saying is, as individuals, do not guard the lies, because it's necessary to fulfill whatever purpose. You must guard your truth. Many of what we have tried to do in the world gets railroaded because we didn't protect our truth. So let me give an example. Let's just say John is having an affair and his wife is suspicious that he's having this affair. Now, depending on the wife, Susan might confront him right away when she has a suspicion. But Mary might hire herself an investigator and follow him around for months, even years, just to see the truth. The one who calls it out early might be doing a good thing by stopping him in his tracks before he goes further. But that doesn't mean that the cheater will not wait for another opportunity to then do it somewhere else. Do you understand? I'm mumbling in this, but I want you to understand. I'm going to give it to you raw as it enters my mind. So the one who confronts him immediately might stop him from having the affair with that person, but doesn't stop him from doing it again. The one who investigates and get proof so that this individual cannot deny it, so that this individual doesn't confuse you. Because sometimes if the man is having an affair or the woman is having an affair, if you confront this person too early on in the game, they might start saying things to you that make you think that you're confused and you question what you already know. So what I'm saying is sometimes you got to let the lie. You got to let them live their lie until you have enough evidence and enough proof to say, okay, you confront. And oftentimes it's not necessary to confront. That truth that you gain is for your own knowledge, for you to make your own plans, to make your escape. Because you find out this person is not trustworthy. If this man is a cheater and you confront him too early, then he's going to cover up his tracks. And if you want to know that he's cheating for the sake of confronting him and just being miserable, then what's the point in researching? What is the point of asking him? When you find out the truth, you're not finding out the truth to stay. You want to go and give this person the freedom to go live whichever life they want to live. The same is true for these times that we see and we know. We don't have to convince anyone that we know and we see. All we've got to do is gather that information, see for what it is. Let the person come out and be truthful. Let them climb up on a plateau and expose themselves. They say the higher the monkey climb, the more he expose himself or herself. If you see it going down a certain path and you know what you see and understand what you're seeing is individuals trying to deceive you, why would you alert those individuals? Why would you tell somebody you are lying when you know that they're lying? Why do you need to tell that person? Because a liar oftentimes is expert at doing this thing, an expert at, taking themselves out and doing things and saying things in a way that leave you confused. I think one of the biggest mistakes we make is telling people what we always know. And I think it takes great courage. It takes strength. Let me tell you something. There are times when I want to tell what I know. And because I don't want to do that anymore, it is so hard. This is why sometimes you watch movies and you see things that are revealed in movies. It's because the individuals don't want to come out and tell you, but they can't hold it. It's hard to hold the truth. I get it. But ask yourself this question. When you are providing individuals with the truth, and they acknowledge that is the truth, you can't deny it anymore, what does it change? Sometimes it's not selfish to know and keep what you know to yourself. And especially if you're a strong person, because there are a lot of very weak-minded and very simple-minded people around. And when you share your knowledge with the wrong person, it's like throwing pearl to swine. Let's use that reference. I never understood it for a long time. When you cast pearls before swines, they prevent you from doing what you need to do to protect your treasure. We want to tell. We want to know, but some of the ones you want to know don't want to know. Some of the ones you're telling doesn't have the capacity to hold that truth. So you got to hold it to yourself. Figure it out yourself. If I come to your house, Sister, and you insist on doing things a particular way, and if I come there and I tell you that, if you turn off your light in the daytime, you will save on energy, and you don't want to do that, all of a sudden you start seeing me as annoying, or seeing me as a, too much kind of person. And though my intention is good, I could become your enemy. And the idea we say, don't be afraid. Sometimes we should be afraid. Because, see, fear is not a good thing when it's applied or used a certain way. But fear is something that can balance you, that can keep you quiet and silent, even as you work to free yourself. So I'm saying the lies are there not to scare you, but to wake you up. And I'm saying it's not every lie that you encounter or uncover that you're going to be able to show others and they will reciprocate or they will appreciate. It's best to know. It's called covert operation. And some things have to be done that way. Sometimes for the benefit of the mass, one has to see and know the truth and keep it. For example, if you really tell people exactly what's going to happen or what's exactly going to happen, there's going to be pandemonium. So within each of ourselves, each person need to spend time to see the thing before you and try to decipher it. And if you can't, ask that is revealed to you spiritually. Because if you start saying what you know too soon, it doesn't change the inevitable. What it does is give those who have authority the opportunity to bring it about earlier, sooner. Sometimes you have to act like a fool. Sometimes you have to act like a fool. There are people who are looking for work and they have all kinds of qualification and they keep getting turned down for jobs. These individuals don't understand, why would you not hire me? I'm unemployed. I can't pay my bills. I'm hungry. I just need a job. I just don't care about this qualification thing. I'm qualified to do this. This job that you're advertising, I can do it. But they won't get hired. It's happened to me. I've had to take things off my resume because I got tired of hearing, I can't hire you, you're overqualified. But I was still qualified for that job that I was doing, so I had to remove that. That became an obstacle, so I had to take that off. That wasn't a lie. I was just giving them what they needed to see and know so that they understand that I'm qualified for that particular job. And then I get hired. It's my business to know if I want to take a pay cut. It's my business to know if I want to take this job. Not the person who was about to hire me, but when they saw the whole truth of who I was, it turned them off. It made them feel like I wasn't going to be loyal. They felt like I was going to leave. So I didn't lie by removing that from my resume. What I did was allowed myself the opportunity to find something that would allow me to take care of my needs until further on. Remember, those who see and understand must be able to protect what they know and see and understand. And it's not selfish. You cannot save the world, because even some of the ones you want to save will dash you in the lake of fire. And the more you tell folks what you know, and the more you explain what you understand, the more danger you pose to yourself and to even the very ones you want to protect. So, sis, I love you very much. And do your thing and do what is upon your heart to do, because we're all here to do different things. Some are here to make noise, and some of us are here to be quiet. Some of us are here to speak, of us are here to listen. But I'm saying that it's time we start protecting what we know. And sometimes we have to move in silence. Stay blessed, everybody.